Dad bought himself a new tractor. It's like when you buy a kid a go-kart. These old tractors got a lot of work on this farm. I gotta go open up the greenhouses at the other farm. Gotta open the vents, check what needs watering, what doesn't need watering, touch-ups. So I just gotta check with the high humidity. The greenhouse is are a little warm, so just gotta make sure that they're all good, nothing's overly dry, and check what needs to be watered today, what needs to be touched up. We seeded some crops on Saturday. So today's Tuesday, so they should be coming up. I want to make sure they're all coming up evenly. Proper germination. So this is a pretty critical stage when crops are on their way up. We're at our Warden farm. Our Warden farm greenhouses. Benches are pretty low. I'm just waiting for our next greenhouses to get emptied, and we got one more seeding left for the 2020 season, which is a good feeling, I guess. But it's also almost the end of June, so we really gotta wake up, make sure we're on the ball here. So these here were seeded on Saturday. Today's Tuesday, and we got nice consistent germination. This is one of the important things we have to check. So it's really critical. This greenhouse here, we actually split up to separate how many trays we have coming on at once. So that's why you see some bigger growth and some smaller growth side by side. And then I can show you what 3-week growth looks like. So maturity of the plant, this time of year just grows itself really. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the 4th leaf stage. It's starting to mature, it's starting to fill in. Filling in means you don't see the soil at the bottom, all you see is green. So I would say another 5-6 days, this greenhouse is ready to go outside and could be planted in the next 10 to 12 days. Greenhouses are all looking good. Moisture looks good. We're gonna have to water 3 bays today. A few touch-ups on the smaller stuff. These are an early pea. They're one of the first ones to come on the market. They're actually my favorite. Small. The labor to pick these is intense. 3 to 4 hours a bushel, which is not ideal to be profitable, but the flavor in these varieties make it worthwhile. So this will be our last pick in this pea patch, and then we'll have to cultivate this, and we'll try to get a second crop in here. Probably not peas, probably plant broccoli, something here. Hi Teresa, how are you? Very good. You better come pick up those strawberries.
All right, I'll come pick them up on Saturday.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, ciao.
Take care, bye. That was our flight coordinator for the flights from Mexico to bring in our foreign workers. So Mexico's offices are finally starting to pick up again and reopen. So the workers are coming in. It's just the unknowns of the names and who and stuff like that. So there's a lot of delay processes with that. But we have a lot of crops coming on in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and we just want to make sure we're prepared. And we're doing everything properly with the quarantining and everything like that. But it's a lot of prep work. It's a lot of we got to make sure we have the food ready for them. We want to make sure that their beds are ready, that they're comfortable, the houses are properly inspected, and it's all that. So you want to make sure that it's nice to communicate the information and know whose names are coming. This way they're programmed into the system, and it just simplifies the process as they land and they arrive to our farm, and they feel at welcome as well. So when there's food waiting for them and everything's nicely prepared and put in their fridges, and they have 2 weeks of quarantining, which can be really fast or really long when you're bored. Let's go take a look at the zucchini flowers. They are right over here. We're gonna pick some for my mom. I like to eat them at lunch today. the benefit of working with your family is I got my dad telling me what to do all day. My mom cooking me a fabulous lunch every afternoon. She really puts a lot of effort and a lot of work into what we do and keeping us fed, and she's a big part of what we do. So here we got zucchini. So it's a little bit late to start picking the flowers. They're actually just starting to close, if you can see. That's okay. We can make do. I got a lot of customers bugging me because they want to buy our flowers. Now, the reason we haven't started picking yet is because we were a little bit behind on schedule with flowers on the zucchini crop because of the colder weather we had earlier in May. But we've also had a lot going on, and we've also been a little bit short-staffed, and we want to make sure when we start, we're ready and we start good. We have a nice consistent supply. And that's, once again, key to supplying your customers. Flowers, they are scary for a lot of home chefs because if you don't do them properly, they probably won't taste that good. Cooking them is my mom's profession, but I'm pretty sure all she does is batter them and fry them. It's like heaven in your mouth.
What's the matter?
Can you make this for lunch today? I want a nice butter cucumber salad.
Yes, dear.
And
Your chef is ready.
fried.
Yes, single or double.
For those of you that don't know, this is my mother. She is the glue who keeps us all stuck together. She makes us a nice, beautiful lunch every day for lunch.
Thank you.
What's for lunch today?
Lamb on the barbecue.
Oh, that's my favorite for those that know me.
Okay, so we're heading to the market. We're gonna go and take a look at what's going on there. So right now, a bunch of stuff is going on there. We're getting some orders prepared for tomorrow. And I'm also gonna go take a look at how things are coming along for the actual market setup for when we do open. We're trying to figure out how to make it work in there because the truth is here on the farm, we need to remain as contactless as possible. So I know people are used to shopping here a certain way. That can't happen this year until things change significantly with what's going on with the virus. Things are going to look a little different at the market and on the farm in general. So, you know, if you know us, you know we love the chaos that happens in here. We love the crowds. We love that kind of energy, the loud music. We love that energy. But unfortunately, 2020 means no crowds. So we can't operate like that this year, both for the safety of the public and for the safety of the farm. We need to make sure this virus does not enter this farm at all. Take a quick walk here and let's see what we've set up so far. So you're used to being able to walk into the market. That will not be happening. The new structure is that all the shopping is going to happen kind of out here. We're going to set up the product in there. We are going to have service staff in there handing you what you want to buy. The items aren't being touched by anyone other than the one person who's handling your order. So there's going to be one person handling your order and that's it. So that one person is going to be the only contact with that produce until you take it home. And we need to make sure that everybody who comes in here is going to be 100% safe and it's going to leave the farm 100% safe, right? So anything from sanitizing hands to wearing masks and that kind of thing. So those are all kind of the ideas that we're going through right now and trying to figure out how to make it work. But it's all a work in progress, right? But hopefully in the next week, 2 weeks, we'll be ready to make an announcement when there is a line to get in. It will be here. So this is where people will wait 6 feet apart to come into the market. This will be opened up as an entrance. So this is going to be the only way into the market here. And then this is where kind of the shopping experience starts. So we'll have table after table filled with product, and we'll have staff on the other side of the table helping customers with what they choose to take, right? So, you know, let's say this is where you're carrots and beets are. Somebody who wants a basket of beets will ask for it. The staff member on the other side will hand it to them. I think the idea is to have a table here right now that the staff member can put the product onto, and the customer takes it and places in their cart and then continues on, right? So we should be able, we've done the math, we should be able to fit pretty much our entire assortment onto these tables. Obviously, because we're not going to be expecting as many customers to walk through, we don't need as much product merchandise as we normally have. If you've been here before, you know that we like stack things right up. But this table space should be enough for what we need, and we could always bring more out from the back anyway, right? So that's it. So the experience is you shop through the tables here, and as you can see, we have several. I haven't even counted them yet, but probably about 10, 12. And then we have additional shopping space here. So as we go into the market, into the checkout area, there's some more tables here set up where we are also going to merchandise product. And then we have 2 checkouts. So again, if you've been here, you know that our checkouts are very close together, which means we cannot use one of them, but we'll be using a couple of them. And we've made sure that even our cashiers are 100% protected. So plexiglass all around. It's quite dirty right now, so we have a lot of cleaning work to do in here. But cashiers are going to be almost 100% protected as well. They're the last, they're really the only contact that there will be with the customer. So once the customer has their items, they're going to come in here, items on the belt, slight interaction with the cashier, and then you're done. That's it. It's been difficult. It's been difficult because you know, as news change and evolves every day, feelings change and evolve every day, right? So it almost feels like one step forward, two steps back some days, right? Like one day you're on one side of the fence, the next day you go on to the other side of the fence. I know we've put a video out before that said that we have immunocompromised people in the family that we need to 100% protect. We also have a farm operation, right? We also have a farm operation that cannot sustain one single case on the farm. And we need to make sure we keep it that way. We need to make sure that we keep any possibility of any contact with any cases 100% away from the farm. We're a family-run business, so we're all interacting with each other. I'm here at the market, and Nancy is at the market quite a bit as well, but we interact with everyone else who's interacting with the field crews, right? So there's a lot of crossover that kind of takes place because we are a family-run business, and we need to make sure that, you know, what happens here at the market doesn't somehow end up in the fields, because that would be detrimental to the business. That would be detrimental to, you know, the food that we're trying to grow. Because if there were to be one case, it would be a shutdown for a significant amount of time that we probably wouldn't be able to recover. We wouldn't be able to recover crop or the investment into the crops, right? So yeah, how are we feeling? It's an uneasy decision either way. I mean, like I said before, we love the market. We love the way we normally operate the market. We love the chaos. We love the crowds. We love people coming in and enjoying seeing the food and being inspired by what they see here, right? But at the same time, we know that we can't do that this year. And we're trying to find a happy medium. What do? It's still an uneasy feeling. It's still, you know, what can happen when you do open the doors, and we'll just have to wait and see, right?
We've been meeting about options of how to open, and my brother's implemented it, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm coming to see what this looks like at this point. So we're going to check it out. We're plexiglassed. You know, I'm happy with this solution that we've come up with. It allows us to keep safety for our employees in the farm. It allows us to still offer customers who don't want to online order the opportunity to come in and select what they'd like and to see what's available. It also protects the food from being touched by multiple people, so there's limited contact with the food. You know, it's a new way, but it's different than probably a lot of other places are doing. But for our reasons, which are many, this was I think the best solution. I think it's going to work out very well. It's going to be a hard one to figure out and learn, but I think it's going to work out. So, there's only 2 or 3 of us that are going out to grocery stores. From our experiences in those grocery stores, we kind of looked at what we thought was being done really well, and there's a lot of things to take into consideration, but we really didn't want people rummaging through. Not that people rummage through, but some people do, right? So we really didn't want people, picking up and putting down and smelling, and we really wanted to control a little bit of that. And we wanted people to still feel comfortable to come here and shop, and knowing that we're still doing the best that we can. And we also needed to there's so many factors, we had to take our employees into account. So we call it the deli style model, which is, a farmer's market, official farmer's market style, where you go and you point and they bag for you. Bringing it back old school. I mean, this is how it all started way back in the day when my dad was at farmers markets. So this is how it was, right? You pointed at something, they bagged it and handed it to you. So it's going back to old school. So it's a model we're all familiar with. We've all experienced it. I as a child, my brothers as children, my dad as a child and as a business owner. So it's a model we understand. It's a model we know how to implement. So it's got some uniqueness still to it because we still need people to support the customers. But I think it's a good solution, and I think it'll work. First walkthrough, I think Vito and crew did a fantastic job. I've got some questions, as I always do, on just the logistics, making sure I have it right. But I think they did a great job. I think it looks good. I think the flow is going to work really well. It's going to be an entry. Like, I would have never in a million years, if somebody would have said to me last year, we are going to be operating our business this way, I would have never in a million years have believed it. I would have bet on it, like millions of dollars. I would have been like, no way. And here we are, whole new world, and adapting. So,
hey guys, if you guys watched this video and you liked it, then you know what, give us the thumbs up, and you know what, subscribe, because we're going to be doing this all season long this summer, so we want you guys to watch us all the time.